Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the next class of Journey to the End of the Earth. In the first class, introductory class, we discussed about what is it in this chapter and what we are going to read in this chapter. As I told that the writer Tishani Doshi, the Indian writer, South Indian writer, she actually got the opportunity to go to Antarctica, and she thought that Antarctica is the place that if anyone wants to know about the past, present and future of the earth, he must go to Antarctica. And that is why in the pre-reading, she also wished a good journey, the bone voyage, a good journey to someone who wants to go to Antarctica. Now, happy journey. Actually, he just wished. Now let us start. Today we will read and explain the text, and we will try to understand better. And if you have any queries in this understanding, if you have any problem regarding this text, regarding this explanation, please send me your questions using your portal and using your user ID and password, and I will be there with my answer to you. So let's start. Journey to the End of the Earth, Tishani Doshi. What is before you read? If you want to know more about the planet's past, present and future, the Antarctica is the place to go. That Tishani Doshi, as it she encourages our readers, she's encouraging us that if we want to really know about the past, present and future of this earth, we must go to Antarctica. Bone voyage. Not only that, she wished a happy journey to us who really want to go to Antarctica. So let's start. I feel the textbook is with you. Early this year, I found myself aboard a Russian research vessel, the academic Sokolsky, heading towards the coldest, driest, windiest continent in the world, Antarctica. She is telling early this year, actually in 2006, she got this opportunity to go there. And she told that she found herself, that she was on the ship, aboard means on that ship, a Russian vessel, Russian ship, academic Sokolsky, the name of that ship. And actually she found herself that she is going to Antarctica. And that is and how she has described the coldest, driest and windiest continent of this earth. My journey began 13.09 degrees north to the equator in Madras and involved crossing 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 bodies of water and at least as many ecospheres. That she told that she had started her journey from Madras, then Madras, and now in Chennai, and this is longitudinal value of Madras, 13.9 degrees north of the equator, and she started her journey from there, and she had to cross 9 time zones. I told that there are more than 24 time zones in the world. She had to cross 6 checkposts. Checkpost means here that international borders, international checkposts. She had to cross there to reach Antarctica. 3 water bodies, sea, ocean, water bodies she had to cross, and at least as many ecospheres. Ecospheres constitute that air, land and water all. So she had to cross all these to reach Antarctica. But the time I actually set foot on Antarctic continent, I had been traveling over 100 hours in combination of a car, an aeroplane and a ship. And she told that it took more than 100 hours in the combination of car, aeroplane and ship to reach Antarctica. And when she set her foot, what was her feeling? My first emotion on facing Antarctica's expansive white landscape and uninterrupted blue horizon was relief. She told at first, this is the first feeling she had after reaching Antarctica was relief. She had a relief because it's a really hectic journey for more than 100 hours. And followed by with an immediate and profound wonder. Afterwards, at first she got relief after reaching there, and then she became surprised. What? Because surprised at that profound wonder because of that, Antarctic expansive white landscape. Here, expansive means widespread. Seeing this widespread white landscape of Antarctica, she was very much surprised. Wonder at its immensity, its isolation, but mainly at how there could ever have been a time when India and Antarctica were part of the same landmass. Narrator told that based on actually 3 points he was surprised. First, seeing the immensity, seeing the vastness of Antarctica. Second, seeing the isolation, how quiet the place is, how calm, totally desolated. And third, these things also, she was surprised, she was wondered at these things, that India and Antarctica was the part of the same landmass. So this information also made him very much surprised that she was standing on that place, and that place was also the part of India at the very beginning of this earth. Now, as I told that she actually has parted this her description in 3 parts, and the first is part of history. So what she has told in part of history, let us discuss. 650 million years ago. Remember, 1 million equals to 10 lakhs. So 650 million years ago, a giant amalgamated southern supercontinent, Gondwana, did indeed exist. She is telling that 650 million years ago, a giant supercontinent, namely Gondwana, it was there, it existed. Centered roughly around the present-day Antarctica, and where that at that present Antarctica, where it was in the center, this Gondwana was there. Things were quite different then. Humans hadn't arrived on the global scene, and the climate was much warmer, hosting a huge variety of flora and fauna. We know at present Antarctica is totally a desert. Nobody lives there. But earlier, the thing was not like this. It was filled with flora and fauna, the vegetation and animals. But flora and fauna means that a particular region, the vegetation and animals of particular region. So Antarctica, it was there. And the climate was much warmer. We know that Antarctica is a place of ice now, but the climate was much warmer then. For 500 million years, Gondwana thrived, and for 500 million years, Gondwana just thrived. But around the time when the dinosaurs were wiped out and the age of the mammals got underway, the landmass was forced to separate into countries, shaping the globe much as we know it today. So this is true, that the world map, if what we see today, it was not like this when Earth was created. That our narrator wants to say. That this world map has just started to take this type of shape before 500 million years ago. But our narrator is telling the history about of 650 million years ago. But before that 500 million years ago, that giant landmass, that is Gondwana, it was forced to separate itself in different countries. To visit Antarctica now is to be a part of that history, to get a grasp of where we have come from and where we could possibly be heading. A narrator told that to visit there, this is their motto, to know about the past, as he also told that if anyone wants to know about the past, present and future, he must go or she must go to Antarctica. Here also, a narrator told this is a part of history over there, and seeing this Antarctic region, somebody could get a very, get a perception, get an idea that how it was and where actually we are going in our future days. It's to understand the significance of Cordilleran force and Precambrian granite seals. She is telling that these Cordilleran and Precambrians are to geological period. And this Precambrian is the earliest part of Earth's history. So this Precambrian and Cordilleran force, actually she wants to tell us that this Precambrian force and Cordilleran seals, Cordilleran's granite seals, granite is a stone that and seals means there it was only granite seals over there, and ozone and carbon, evolution and extinction. Means from that age, that narrator is telling that more than 600 million years ago and today, actually it has lots of evolution over there. things has changed around. Few things have totally extinct. Few species have totally extinct, wiped out, and all these things you can have a good idea if you go to Antarctica, as our narrator is telling. When you think about that all can happen in a million years, it can get pretty mind-blowing. She is telling that if you think about all these, that earlier it was something like this and now the around is different, the world is different, then it might be mind-boggling. Mind-boggling means you must be overwhelmed after thinking all these. Our narrator's condition is something like this. Imagine, now she is telling, imagine India pursuing northwards, jamming against Asia to buckle its crust and from the Himalayas. She is telling that earlier India was with the same landmass in Gondwana with Antarctica. Now India pushing northwards. From there India just went northwards, jamming against Asia. India came and just joined with Asia to buckle its crust. To buckle means to join, and crust means the surface, and form the Himalayas. Means he is telling that what actually we see today, that India as an Asian country and form that the Himalayan region, but it was not something like this. It actually, that evolution that our narrator is talking about, this is the result of this evolution, that India has become a part of Asia and formed that the Himalayas. South America drifting off to join North America. South America also came and joined with North America, opening up the Drake Passage to create a cold circumpolar current. And in between South Africa, North America, South America just came and joined with North America, and they just gave birth of a Drake Passage. Now let me tell you, Drake Passage is that patches that connect with Antarctic and Pacific Ocean, and they create a cold circumpolar current and create a cold current, in Antarctic Ocean, keeping Antarctica frigid, desolate, and at the bottom of the world. So this is the result of the evolution that our narrator is telling, that India got separated, South America got separated, India got separated and attached with Asia, South America got separated and attached with North America, and then gave birth of Drake Passage, and now Antarctica remained frigid, isolated, desolated, and at the bottom of the world. At the bottom of the world, I told that this is in the southern polar. This is the this is the continent at the top of that southern polar. Okay, southern polar region, and that is why, as if Antarctica went to the bottom of this earth. For a sun worshipping South Indian like myself, now narrator is telling that as he is South Indian, sun worshipping, South India, we don't have so much cold days. 2 weeks in a place where 90% of the Earth's total ice volumes are stored is a chilling prospect. He is telling, yes, a person like me who just born and brought up in South India, where we don't have the feeling of cold in winter days, that person has come to a place where 90% of world ice had stored. It must be a chilling prospect. It must be very, very, very cold, not just for circulatory and metabolic functions, but also for the imagination. Yes, he is telling that this is not the circumstances. This is not that her metabolism is getting hampered because of this so cold weather, because she is not accustomed at all. She is a South Indian person. So as I told, there is no cold days, almost no cold days there, and she had gone to a place where 90% of ice sheets are stored. So it must be a great difference. Not only atmospheric difference, but also the difference in his metabolism. She had some problem in metabolism in that time because of that extreme coldness. And she is telling this is not the difference that I can understand, but this is a great difference also for the imagination as well. That how could I imagine that where I have come, where 90% of the world cold ice has been stored. It's like walking into a giant ping pong ball. She has also actually experienced, she compared her experience of walking over there. It's just like as if we are walking on a huge ping pong ball, devoid of any human markers, no trees, no billboards, no buildings. He's telling that nothing is there, no trees there, billboards, buildings, that these are the things that we can see that yes, human beings are around there, but no such things over there. You lose all earthly sense of perspective and time here. He's telling yes, we will forget about time, any earthly perspective, as if the place is as if out of the world. We can also, you can imagine, not I will not tell the word to understand, but we can imagine that a place, it's a deserted place, ice desert, and where 90% of this ice has been stored. So we can understand that how cold must be, and this is totally desolated. Nothing is there. The visual scale ranges from the microscopic to mighty, midges and mites to blue whales and icebergs. So he's telling the visual scales is also a great difference. Whereas from midges and mites, midges means very little fly, to mites a parasite, so tiny. From there to blue whales, the largest mammals on this earth. So everything you can have that range of it. The range is from mites, the parasite, to blue whale, the largest mammals in that Antarctic continent, and the iceberg as big as countries. And she have also witnessed that iceberg whose size is just like a country in the earth. And the country, the largest recorded, was the size of Belgium. Can you imagine that she had witnessed that iceberg, and iceberg size was just like the country Belgium. Days go on, days go on and on and on a surreal 24 Austral summer light. Surreal means it's seeming 24 hours, it's daytime, it's seemingly daytime. In Austral summer, Austral means southern summer light, it's in the southern pole. And ubiquitous silence. Ubiquitous means omnipresence. Omnipresent means it's present everywhere. It's totally silence. Nothing is there. Interrupted only by the occasional avalanche or calving ice sheets. Avalanche means that this here ice is getting, ice is coming down from the hills, and calving, cracking of ice sheets. These are the sounds when the ice, it's just like landslides. This avalanche is just like that landslides. Here ice also slides, and the cracking of ice sheets. These are the occasional sound that you can hear there. Concretes the place, and these are the places covered with all this. It's an immersion that will force you to place yourself in the context of the Earth's geological history. Nat was telling, it's an immersion. Immersion means you will drown in that situation. You will be engrossed with this situation that will force you to think about Earth's geological history. Means the scenario, the environment was something like this, and that you will be engrossed with, and you will be forced to think about the geological history of Earth. And for humans, the prognosis isn't good. And she also told that it tells about the history. And if you also want to know about our future, we should also go to Antarctica. Here, prognosis means foretelling, forecasting, prophecy. After reaching there, she actually understood that the human, our future, it's not good at all. The human being's future is not good at all. Why she has told, we will learn more in my next class. Till then, goodbye.